Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, Orion Tarot 1111. This is my first video and I tried to record one on Friday, but Spirit just wasn't cooperating, so we shall see. But the reason why they weren't cooperating was because I was trying to force the wrong message. There's a lot going on in the world right now. This is all divinely guided. I started with this coronavirus and now we've got these protests and riots. Even though I do not condone violence, I do understand the frustration and anger. But we've got to transmute that, and we've got to forgive, and we've got to love, and we got to kill them with kindness. So, with that being said, we'll just go ahead and get into the reading and see what Spirit wants to give us. What messages do you have for us, Spirit? What messages do you have for the collective? What messages? What messages do we need to know today, Spirit? What messages? I'm just going to pull a few cards out and then I will channel the messages. I'm going to see where they're taking us with this devil card. What's the information we need to know, Spirit? All right, we'll start here. So we've got the Magician. This is pretty obvious. We're manifesting real change here, which is definitely needed. We're in 2020. It's time to change. We're in this new earth, rebirth of the earth. So we're manifesting this. The Page of Swords. This has been something that I have noticed today on social media. It's about definitely doing your research. Before you start sharing things, check it out. See if it's factual, because there's very dark energy out there right now, obviously, with this devil card that wants to keep us stuck. Thousands of years we've been stuck, enslaved in this system, this patriarchal system. And the dark energy does not want to give up, and they're not going to give up without a fight. I mean, that's obvious. Do your research. Make sure that the messages that you're putting out there are the correct messages. I've learned a valuable lesson recently, and it's actually probably saved my marriage, which is everything's about perception. You know, two people are going to perceive something completely different. It's about having a little bit of forgiveness and understanding that your perception just might be different because of different experiences. Got the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. The High Priestess is typically about intuition. In this particular card, if you'll notice, she's getting these downloads. We're getting downloaded a lot of information. Got to use our intuition. This is the third eye. third eye is blasted wide open for a lot of people. This is a mass awakening. We've got to use our intuition, see through our third eye so we can see things correctly, so that we can move out of this. This is what's here to keep us stuck. Got the Seven of Pentacles. These seeds were planted a long time ago. Forgot about them. Now they're starting to grow. Got the Two of Wands here. Typically, this is about a choice. Still is kind of about a choice. Something I noticed today earlier when I pulled some cards for myself. I've always noticed this globe here, this little picture of a VW bus. I've always looked at it and I always thought it was about travel, being trapped inside during the coronavirus and not being able to travel. But today's Spirit said, that's not what it's about. It's about choosing peace, peace on earth. The VW bus is notorious for hippies. This is peace. That's the two choices. Stay stuck or choose peace. Ace of Swords. The truth. Victory. In this card, she's enlightened. She sees the truth for what it is. That's what we have to do. We have to see the truth. Not the illusions that they're trying to show us, the truth. This, by the way, is the Light Seers deck that I'm using. I also bought this deck pretty recently, and it is the Messengers of Avalon. I've had Lady Guinevere, I've had the Lady of the Lake, all come and visit me, and so I felt very drawn to pick this up. So we'll see what oracle messages that we have. Well, we have communication and the Wasp. I got this one earlier. The Wasp says anger, retaliation, and jealousy. Seems pretty appropriate right now. Are we angry? Yeah, we're angry. We're really angry. We're angry at all this oppression. We're angry that we haven't been treated equally. But again, staying stuck in this anger, retaliation, jealousy, it's not the answer. That's what's going to keep you stuck. In the book, it talks about being stung or using the stinger. The real way to get us out of this feeling that we're stuck, that we went backwards, that we're not moving forwards, is through forgiveness and love. Hate never wins against hate. It only breeds more hate. The only way to stop it is through love and forgiveness. Communication. It's time to stand up. Communicate clearly. Communicate for the people that can't. For our ancestors that came before us and they were unable to communicate. It wasn't the right time. Now is the right time. I'm a 70s child. I was brought to this earth to rebel. And trust me, as an Aquarius, I have rebelled. I've been unfriended by my own father because he can't handle the truth. I have 5 children. 3 of them are millennials. And a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about millennials, but what I'll say about millennials is that their job was to tear down a system that no longer works. Not that it ever really did, but they're here to tear it down. And my last child was born in 2002. He's going to be 18. And his job is to rebuild it. And trust me when I tell you, he takes that job seriously. These kids are coming in and they are woke. They're activated when they come in. We need to support them. Last thing I'm going to pull, this is the Keepers of the Light deck. And it's Ascended Master energy. I feel like that's definitely some energy we need. There are Ascended Masters walking the earth, waking up right now to help us. And we need all the help that we can get. All right. So, Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. Well, that's definitely an energy that we need. All this old karma, we're releasing it. We're closing it out. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And I do believe from the Keepers of the Light book that these two are actually twin flames. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Yes, miraculous changes are occurring. Things that we thought we would never see in our lifetime is happening. We need to walk through that gateway. We need to move beyond the drama. This is all divinely guided, and they're here to help us. You just have to ask for the help. Since I'm really new, I'm going to be working on a video. The next video will be about this full moon coming up at the end of the week, full moon in Sagittarius. If you know anything about the tarot, Sagittarius is the temperance, and it definitely feels like we're being tempered at this particular moment. Hot and cold mixing together to form the rainbow. And that's exactly what we need to do. So if you feel a little out of sorts, it's normal. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of energy out there. I'm going to put in the comments my PayPal if you wish to donate, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do with it, because I have a job and I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this to help people wake up. I'm doing this to help people understand what's going on. I had a reader that I've been following for a few months now, and she really has helped me a lot, and that's Saltwater Tarots. She's on here. Or Saltwater Healing Tarots. She's on here. Love her. She's real. She's very real. And I'm going to take whatever money I get donated, I'm going to donate all of those proceeds to people that are victims of these riots, people that have been displaced. There's a group of a couple of ladies out in LA that I'm friends with, and they went out to help protest. And one of them, she used her white privilege to put herself between the police officers and a young black girl that had already been hurt and injured and was on the ground and couldn't get back up. And my friend took blows to the back to help give this girl time to get her strength to get back up. Come to find out, these 4 children, I mean, they've aged out of the foster care system. They had nowhere to go. Where they were living was destroyed. They had nowhere to go. And by the way, that's my little dog back there. She's crazy. And she took them in for the night, and she didn't want any money. And she had a bunch of people reach out asking what we could do to help her. And she finally gave the information, and we were able to send money, and she was able to take that money and give each one of those children $75 to spend on whatever they needed. She put them up in a hotel room. She took them to McDonald's and Wendy's, and she left them with some money, and she left town to go recharge her batteries, to heal, so that she could come back and help. That's where some of that money will go. And I'm looking into other grassroots projects out there that are trying to help. And that's where that money will go. I also will be doing readings eventually. I'm trying to get that set up. And from now until I don't know when, I will donate 100% of those proceeds as well. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thanks for tuning into my channel. And I will be back in a few days with the full moon.